when it comes to like dealing with your mental health, I've always just said the best way to deal with any mental issues, mental health issues, is to just plug back into nature. And if you are living a lifestyle centered around that, and there's basically no way of avoiding it because everything you're doing is just in nature, you're going to naturally just reap all the benefits of that. It becomes very... I've just seen a bone on the floor here. Interesting. Something's been hunting here. Probably a fox. I mean, that's like a... I don't know what that is. I just heard a deer barking in the forest before as well. And I've got my eyes out for boar in case I see him on the path on the way around here. But yeah, we get very... In the way we are currently living, modern society, we're very stuck indoors, stuck in a little rut, tied to a lifestyle that's not very fulfilling, and it takes over our mental state. It locks us into this unpleasant existence that I don't think you can break free from unless you fully break free and move and get your piece of land, shift your life setup. Even if you continue to work on, let's say, elements of my life where I'm still working on a laptop, sitting at a desk, but it's paired with this way of living. It's paired with spending time outdoors as well, which allows me to, just compensate for that. When I was, I always think this when I think about school. It's a long time since I was in school, but sitting at a desk all day in a classroom, it's just the same with a job, 9-to-5 job. Sitting at a desk all day and just missing out on what life is actually about. And life is about so much more than just sitting at a desk doing mundane tasks. And we're meant to be outside, we're meant to be outdoors, we're meant to be connected to nature. It's like we forget that we are part of nature. We want to live detached from it when actually everything about us... almost fell on a rock then. Everything about us, everything that our body responds to and makes us feel, good about, is usually associated with nature. Even just take a walk on the beach. Everyone is just noticeably happier when they're taking a morning walk on the beach. A lot of people would just say straight away that's because I'm on holiday and I haven't got any stresses, and it's just you're naturally going to be happier because you're on holiday. But it's not true. It is because we're connected to the ground. We've got our bare feet in the sand. We've got the sounds of nature, the waves of nature. Sounds of nature having a soothing effect on us. We've got the morning sunlight, and we're moving our bodies. And we're not stimulated by screens, TVs, music, unnatural sounds. And there is just an elimination of all the pollution, of all the human pollution. It's just stripped right back to nature as it should be. And again, this is the same with, think about all the sounds, you might be able to hear all the sounds behind me, all the birds, the river that's rippling down there. The sounds of nature are a completely different energy and frequency to the sounds that we hear in just everyday life. Cars, sirens, all these sounds. We think it doesn't have that much of an impact on us, but it is completely different to the natural sounds of nature. Them sounds themselves are irritating. The man-made sounds are irritating and have a stress on our body, and they certainly don't relax us and soothe us. And the way I can explain this so you might be able to get a better idea of what I'm talking about is take the level of volume or the sounds of a raging river or a crashing waterfall, or the evening in the jungle, the night time in the jungle. Them loud sounds, they are deafening at times, but at the same time they are the most soothing sounds to listen to. They're the sounds that can sort of flow through you and make you feel more at ease and happier. Not happier, but at ease, and just a very pleasant feeling. But if you take that same level of volume and put it into a mechanical, engine, like a car or a strimmer or a leaf blower or just anything, even just pumping loud music, it has a completely different effect on our body. Usually an irritating, stressful effect, certainly not rejuvenating. And when you buy a piece of land in nature, your life again is centered around the sounds of nature, and you get to benefit from that all the time, which you wouldn't have access to if you didn't. Like I said, if you were going to choose to just leave money sitting in a bank account when you've already got enough funds to buy a piece of land, then you are just completely ignoring all the facts that nature can create the best life for you, and actually the most deepest satisfaction in us. But yeah, you don't have to buy such a big piece of land to benefit from it. That's the thing. You can buy a small plot of land, a couple of acres in the forest somewhere, in the mountains or wherever, and get all the benefits for that. It's the one thing I would recommend everyone aiming for, and I think it's something we really should be moving towards, certainly away from all the materialistic items, all these meaningless items, towards what's real and what's more important. And then once you get that, you can really start to invest more into your growing, into the food side of things, which I think again is one of the biggest things that we should all be looking to do in today's world, starting to grow more of our own food, and not just to eat better food, but to be more connected to where food comes from, because there's such a disconnect with the way things are being done. So many people are so unaware of what it takes to grow food. I'm talking like what it takes for commercial farmers to grow food, unaware of the destruction it's causing, the chemical use, just all the problems associated with it, because we just buy it from a supermarket and we're not aware. And again, just cut straight to the solution: grow your own. The pinnacle is to grow your own, where you are going to get the real solution and reap the real rewards of what it is all about. So yeah, hope you have a good rest of your day.